2. I knew that was going to happen. I better zip down here and turn it on airplane mode. There we go. Okay. The reason why I got to do that is because every time I do a video, just like I was telling you, it shuts it off. So this is part 3, actually. But anyway, no Haviland, no Pennzoil. Use Haviland or Vavalin 1030 halfway up the hash marks. Okay, to check it when you store it, your motor's going to be down. Okay, trim it up, trim it down. Trim it up, trim it down. Pull the cowling off, pull the dipstick, wipe it, put it back in, pull it. That's the accurate reading. Halfway up the hash mark. That goes for both motors. Okay, planing is 3,100, 28 miles an hour. Or no, actually it was, planing was 3,000, and then it was 19 miles an hour. And I already gave you the seconds plane was 2, 15, and 5,300, and that's actually excellent. 10 to 15 miles an hour is what I go by. Anyway, cruise was 4,100, 28 miles an hour. Top speed was 44 miles an hour. And everything works on the boat, so he gets 100%. Now I'm going to show you how the boat runs. Okay. And the depth finder actually works really good on here. There's a fish. Look at that. This clear view is really nice, actually. I mean, it will show grass detailed. You can zoom in and out on that. And then if you go back, it'll take you home. Just use your little cursor, quick draw, hit your check mark for OK, and it will leave you a track. So this one here doesn't show buoys or cans, but you can mark waypoints and routes on here. You mark them as fishing holes. So go back. Let's say I want my split screen again. I can go into 3 or I can go into 2. Hit check mark. There you go. And these are very clear. That's why they call them clear view. You got a 12-volt power point. There's your tachometer. This here's your trim on the motor there. You got 3/4 of a tank, 12-volt power point. Horn works. Wipers work. Okay, now when you're at the dock, of course, on your main, I'm going to trim that other one up. Make sure you trim your motor all the way down. I always turn on my bilge pump. See how that thing's going down? There, that's how it should be. Down here, you got your temperature and oil. Okay, if you get a mark like this over here and it's flashing, check for water flow. You got one over here, check for oil. Just so you know, if those are flashing, it's going to be a buzzer that goes off. If the buzzer goes off, check for oil again, check for water. Okay, say you got good oil, water's coming out good, take the cowling off, put your finger on top, go 1, 2, 3. If it doesn't burn your finger, yeah, it could be a sensor. But if it goes into a reduction gear, which is 2,000 to 2,200, full throttle, that's all you can get, you better shut her down and use the kicker. That's just a little tidbit for you. Okay, so now, when you're at the dock, I always hit the bilge pump and make sure I have no water in it before I go park the truck, and I always trim the motor down. So then all you do is turn the key, she fires up. You don't, never lift this handle, you don't have to. Just turn the key, because it's fuel injected. Okay, on here, these got a D, you want to shift these fast like this. You don't want to do this. Real slow, this is kind of hard to do it, but if you hear a grinding noise, you don't want to hear that. You want to go in fast. Same thing with reverse, like this. And that's a D10, from there to there. Okay, I'll show you what this do, and I always do my speed and stuff off of like against the current, because then that gives me a more accurate, a low end more than the high end. Because if I say it does 45 and it only does 42 because they ain't running the current the right way, you know, then I'm the bad guy. So anyway, I'm going to hit it right now. 1001, 1002, 1743. No spray. Okay, planing. We're planing it right now. Trimmed down. And we should. I'm going to take a drink. This is the boat doctor. Yeah, about 3,022 miles an hour. Trim up. Now I go by sound. Right there. So that would be a good cruising speed. Okay, 4,000 we're doing probably 27 miles an hour. So that other speed I gave you was a little wrong. It would have been on the planing, would have been about 15 to 19. Full throttle, and it's got it. As soon as quarter, half, three-quarter. And we got to do this. It ain't hurting the motor. 43, 6,200 for a short period of time. These motors have been run at the factory. Just so you know, for 2 hours, they come down to us, we run them, I take them out, then I take them out again when they're done. So you can hit that top 63, you know, give it about 2-3 hours before you really run it wide open all day long. Once you get a break in, they love to be run, like I say. So when you get done at the end of the day, make sure you open both those wide open and clear the carbon out. So that's your main motor. So then bring her on down, and then if you got a depth alarm 17, clear that out by hitting that. So then you turn the key off. This is a nice thing with this nice high thrust motor. Just hit the trim button. Okay, bring your handle down. This is the friction for this. Make sure this is in neutral. Okay, it's already warm, so you don't, once you start it, you don't have to redo the choke. So just hit this button there. She starts up. Sometimes you got to bring her up about like where that matches the dimple, but this did fine. Okay, now say I wanted to just steer this by hand. That's a friction. Put it in gear. Go this way, and it's instant. See how I hit it? It'll almost throw you out of the boat if you hit that hard. Look at that baby. Then you get into reverse. Automatically, we're going against the current. You look, we're already moving against the current. So now you lock this out, keep that motor straight, put that into gear, open her up. Now there's no tie bar on this boat. Look at that. You can steer this, and we're doing 6.3 miles an hour right there. And it doesn't matter which way you go. Now, no tie bar. I'm just steering with that main motor, see? That other little one just kicked back. So now say I got a fish on. I can straighten this motor back. Come back here. Cut this down. Kick off the friction. Oh, get it. Oh, boy, better put it in neutral. Hey, play that fish. Yeehaw. Look at me. Then you sit there and, oh, God, I need a little bit more gear power. I need to go over this way. See, you can do it all. And put that into neutral. Then to stop it, just hit this button here. Bring your handle up, trim her up. Make sure this is locked. Bring the handle up. Now you're ready. All you have to do is come up here, turn the key, fire it up, put it in gear. And take off. It's plenty fast. And start trimming. There's 40 miles an hour right there. 6,000. 62, 43, 44, almost 45, 6,300. And that wasn't even a minute. All right, this is your boat doctor out.